All right, guys, here we go. Taking a little look at Apple here on the 2 minute chart. Every candle's 2 minutes price action. And we're kind of just consolidating here. It looks like we're making some big moves, but not necessarily. Because, like I said, this is a 2 minute chart, so sometimes kind of deceiving. And this is really hard to trade when your 20 is not really making uh, a nice power move. Okay, we're just kind of consolidating here, and the 20 is not really moving in a direction that we need. Meaning, the best plays, the safest plays, the strongest plays are going to be when you get your 20. Uh, prices either on the upside or the 20 is coming down and your price is on the downside of that 20. Okay, about that 45-degree angle. And right now, you're gonna have to pull your chart in, and this could be a daily chart, just in fast motion, so to speak, or an hourly chart, whatever, because it's all the same, and that's what's great about our system. No matter what asset you are trading, whatever your favorite stock or metals or crypto, altcoins, all the same. No matter if you're in a you know I lost my concentration. I was waiting for this either to break down or break out. See, right through here, getting ready to put on a trade. But anyway, uh, in this little box, oh man, here we go. Uh, it only price is tracked. Only one or two ways it can go: break out to the upside, break down to the downside. Either like this, like that, because your inside bar, inside this green bar here, everything uh, grading. And this is what really frustrates and really gets traders, investors, messed up. They see a green candle, let's get in. They see a red candle, oh no, we need to get out, so on and so forth. And that can have a mental, psychological, effect on you, and not in a good way. So we teach our traders just to, sit on your hands and wait for confirmation. As you saw, I didn't, even though that was, a red candle down here, it looked like it was going to break through. We didn't jump on it because we didn't have that confirmation. Okay, so I know it's like watching, grass grow or paint dry right now, but that's part of it. Okay, that's part of the mental discipline that sets you apart from the herd, from the other 90%. And that's another deal. Look up Wall Street statistics on this regarding new traders. Um, 90% lose 90% of their money in 90 days after they enter the market. Okay. They're floundering around with their family's wealth and don't really have a clue what's going on. And, their risk management, um, what, I mean, most people don't even know how much they're going to put into a trade uh, when that trade comes up. They're sitting here, the trade is going, and they're sitting here waiting on it, waiting around, trying to figure out how much they're going to put in. You should already know all that. You should already know basic chart setups. So, what we teach our guys kind of this T square. We have our money on this side, and then we know our chart setups on that side. And we like location, event candle, and then your stop loss, which I'll show you here uh, when this thing does something. But anyway, then on this side, you have your total, investment account, $1,000, $10,000, 100,000, whatever it is. And then right here, you already know what percentage of that account that you're going to pull out and put into the trade. And a lot of people think, well, if that's 2,000, if that's 5,000, if that's, whatever, that's how much I'm setting up to lose. No, 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 no. You have a risk unit, so you do not lose that money, okay? And that's this part is for our Patreon members, but yeah, you never lose uh, all of this money here, okay? It's just like a fraction of it if the trade doesn't work out, okay? So that's how people lose. Whatever money they put into the trade, um, you know, they're they're not wanting to, but the expectation potentially losing that money, uh, you know, they don't play the game right, and anyway, they end up losing all that money, uh, and then they put more into the next trade, trying to double down, triple down, and that never works. Okay, revenge trading, what have you. So we have about 5 seconds to go on here. We didn't really clear it out. Well, yeah, here we go. So let's see. Okay, here we got our stop loss here. Okay, then basically whatever candle we get in on, we don't lose that candle. In other words, if this comes down, then we never lose more than uh, one candle, if that makes sense. Let me give you a better illustration here. Say, um, this could have been a decent play here, but we didn't have any follow through. So you got in on this candle, and then this red one came in next, okay, and took you out. So yeah, you lost, you know, here that much, but look how far it went. Okay, this line here is a lot smaller than that line there. Sometimes, people hold the way down, a whole lot lower. So yeah, your first loss is always your smallest loss. And yeah, it's just like if you owned a, retail store and sporting goods store, whatever, and you hired an employee, they look good on paper, so on and so forth. Then their first day, you saw them taking cash out of the cash register. I mean, are you going to keep them as an employee, or are you going to fire them right then and there? I mean, are you going to keep them and hope, wish uh, that they put the money back in, that they turn out to be, a good employee, so on and so forth, that you're going to file right at the right at that time. Okay. So anyway, uh, this video's, people like them short and sweet. This is already going on 8 minutes, so I might just go ahead and kill this deal. See, we get another little pop here. See, we're going on three. Generally get uh, three pushes. So then also, as like if this were a daily chart, you can start taking your stop loss, moving it up to the last candle that closed instead of down here. Kind of get a break even is what I'm trying to explain. And then okay, 220. We'll go ahead. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for playing. Check out our Patreon members group below, and we will see you on the charts.